Hi, this is a quick overview of a new Python package that I created. It's called functionalytics that helps you track the activity on your Python apps. So let me show you how that works. So this is a Dash app. It has a layout here that's hidden, and we're interested in the callback function. So let me run this app first, and then we'll talk about what this package does. So we have something called weekdays.py, Python weekdays.py, and I'm gonna run it in a default browser. And here is my application. Okay, so it's a simple drop down. You select Thursday, it tells you selected day is Thursday. You select Tuesday, and it tells you what day you have selected. Now, what I'm interested in as an app developer and as a product manager is I'd like to know what's happening when people select various things. Which option are they selecting the most often? Are there issues with them? I want to make a full analytics of these things. And this is what this package does. It works by simple logging. So first of all, let's import it. From functionalytics, import log this. So we have this main function. And so this is running in debug mode, so it's going to update immediately. So I'm going to decorate this function with this decorator, and I'm going to hit save. And now I am going to, okay, so the logging started. So let's take a look quickly at what happened. So calling this function, so it's dunder main, that's the name of the module, dot update day displays. This is the name of this function, okay? And you can see the start and end time, so we can take the difference between these. We can tell when this actual function call happened and the difference between the start and end time. Then we have something called values, which shows me the actual argument that were passed to this function. So selected day over here is actually Monday. And then we have adders. We'll look at this a bit later. So let's say if we say Tuesday, we have a new log that says Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, etc. Okay. Now, great. I don't want to just put these here. I want to have a specific usage logs file where I want this to be saved. So this is easy. File path equals usage logs.log. I saved. Let me run a few selections, and as you can see, nothing is being updated over here. Okay, so do Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So let's see what happened here. Indeed, our logs have been Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You can see this is a simple structure, so it's easy to parse, and everything is logged in the file that we have selected. Okay. Some issues. So let's say we update this app and we say if the selected day is equal to Monday, x equals 1 over 0, and we want to return x. Okay. And as you can see here, we have an error because you can't divide by 0, it's undefined. But when you go Tuesday, there's no problem here. Tuesday is being logged. Thursday logs correctly, but when you go with Monday, you get an error over here. So the same idea over here. I don't want these to be. I want to keep track of those. So error file path. I'm going to say usage error logs.log. Okay, and let's refresh. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, nothing. And let's go back to Monday, and we have an error over here. So let's see our error logs, and indeed, you have 2 errors logged on Monday. So you have the main log about this function invocation and the full traceback, as you can see here. And so this is much more difficult to parse than this, and that's why they are in separate files. Okay, cool. Let's take this one level further. I'm gonna make sure everything is back to the previous state. I'm gonna delete this, and I'm going to delete the values over here, and I'm going to move to our other application, which is upload CSV. Okay. Define parse contents. Okay, this is our main callback function, update table. So Python upload CSV. Whoops. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so I'm gonna click here. I have a random CSV file called table.csv. It takes the data frame, displays 10 rows from that. So let's do the same thing. From functionalytics, import log this, and we come here and we say log this with a file path. Let's do the same thing. And the error file path is usage error logs.log. Okay. So we refresh here, and let's see if something got logged here. Yes. So the same idea here, main, and the function name is update table. The values, we have contents and file name. So contents and file name have been logged, and this is none, and the file name is none. Okay, so let's see what happens when we actually upload a table. It gets logged, and the contents get logged with this long string. File name is table.csv. Okay, now that's great, but that's not very great because this string is very long. Imagine if there's like 10 megabytes. That would really make your logs unnecessarily large and very difficult to parse. Like, what is this string? Of course, we can decode it and so on. But I want to make my logs a bit more manageable. So what I can do here is I can discard a bunch of parameters. So contents, discard this, like don't log this parameter. And file name is going to be logged because I did not discard it. Okay, so let's refresh and upload table.csv and see what happens to our usage. Okay, that's much cleaner. Discarded is what we get when the contents for contents from now on. So they're not going to be logged, and the file name is table.csv. Now that cleaned up my logs, but I'm still losing an insight. Okay, and I don't really care about what's in this CSV file, but I care to know a bit about what kind of tables my users are uploading. Is it like 10 by 5? Is it like 20 by 50? Is it like huge tables? I'd like to know. So what you can do is I got this simple helper function. It takes the content string of a CSV file. Let me define it here, and it returns the shape of that data frame. Okay, so we have another parameter. It's called param attributes, and we're going to say contents. Don't log the contents itself, but use the df dimensions function to log a certain attribute of that table. Okay, so refresh, upload. Here's my table.csv, and let's see what happened in our usage logs. Okay, so contents is discarded itself, but I also get an attribute of these contents, which is 20 by 5, which is the shape of this data frame. We only see 10 here, but it's actually 20 by 5. These are the dimensions, rows and columns. Okay. One more thing you can do with this is you can do log sampling. So this is a helper function that takes a fraction, which you can configure over here, what it does is takes the current date and time and extracts the seconds. And if the second divided by 60 is less than fraction, then it will log it, otherwise it will not. Okay, so in this case, you're logging 50% of your requests. You can make it smaller to 0.3 or 0.1, whatever you want. So let's add this here as a function. Okay, and now we have something called log conditions. Okay, so let's go back a step before we implement this and see what's happening here. So there are many lines of logs here that have nothing in them. Like the file name was nothing, none, none, none. It's absolutely nothing. I care about measuring what people actually when they interact. Okay, so I'm going to say log conditions, and you can take any or all the parameters over here. You can say, I'm going to say contents lambda c is not none. Okay, so if this condition has been satisfied, if this contents is not none, then log this function invocation. And file name lambda f is not none. Okay, what did I miss here? Lambda f, forgot a comma. Contents lambda c is not none. File name colon f is not none. Okay, it's a typo. Let's run this again, and let me clean up the usage log file to see what's happening. So let me refresh 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Nothing gets logged here. Great. So unnecessarily don't log things. So we're only going to log something when we have a file actually being uploaded. And as you can see, we have it over here, and we have the attributes. Okay. So now I'm gonna expand this even more. I'm gonna say and. What was the name of the function? Log sample 0.5. Okay, so depending on when you are in the what time it is, if it's less than 30 seconds past the minute, this thing will be logged. Otherwise, it won't. So it's not. Let's do this again. Hopefully 30 seconds have passed. Not yet. Okay, here we go. So now because the second is more than here, you see the second is 31. No, sorry. 8 seconds, which is less than half, which is less than 30. That's why it was logged, and we got this message saved here. Yeah, that's it. That's the overview of this package. I hope you enjoy it, and if you have any inputs and feedback, please let me know. Thank you.